An article about the Packers released last week. It's on Bleacher Report. It's called "What Happened in Green Bay," and I really recommend you read it. It's a really, really good. It's very long. It's if you want to put a lot of effort into reading something, read that. It's like a book. I mean, really, it's like a chapter of a book. It's very long, and what it basically boils down to is it shows the extreme dysfunction that Aaron Rodgers and his former coach Mike McCarthy had in Green Bay. So Aaron Rodgers, the Packers quarterback, always had a grudge against his former head coach, Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy was fired in December. The reason for this grudge is because in 2005, Mike McCarthy was the offensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, and the 49ers passed on drafting Aaron Rodgers. They drafted Alex Smith and did not pick Aaron Rodgers. And that really, really hurt Aaron Rodgers. And what ensued for the next couple of years after eventually Mike McCarthy became the Packers head coach, and they just had a clash of egos. I mean, Mike McCarthy was part of the problem. He really wanted to be the guy. It sounded like he believed that his offense and his schemes and the way he coached was the reason why the Packers were successful. And Rodgers didn't respect him. Rodgers did not like the way he coached. He said he had a low football IQ. And I guess the point is this. Both of the guys wanted credit. And Aaron Rodgers consistently undermined his former head coach, Mike McCarthy. And the behavior that Rodgers has detailed in this article is wildly immature. Like a top quarterback in the NFL should not and cannot act that way. I don't think a college quarterback could get away with the things that Aaron Rodgers is accused of in this article. And I think a lot of them are true because what this article did is confirm a lot of rumors and confirm a lot of stuff I've been saying for years. Like you watch Aaron Rodgers, his body language on the sidelines is awful. He stares down wide receivers. He just rebukes people. He's just like, ugh, it's not good. And so, I don't know. I think it's very clear. Both Aaron Rodgers, the coach, both Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback, and Mike McCarthy, the coach, they were both part of the problem in Green Bay. And so what we're left with is this. Can Aaron Rodgers work with his new head coach, Matt LaFleur, the new coach in Green Bay? Is Aaron Rodgers still going to be a problem moving forward for the Green Bay Packers? And maybe it works, right? Matt LaFleur is a great offensive mind. He worked with Sean McVay. He's 39 years old. Aaron Rodgers is 35 years old. Maybe they hit it off. Maybe Aaron Rodgers respects his football IQ and they work really well. I don't think age matters, though. I don't think Aaron Rodgers respects anybody. And I'm not a big believer in Aaron Rodgers right now. I don't want to be inflammatory. I don't want to make these grand statements, but I really am struggling to believe in Aaron Rodgers. He could prove me wrong. Maybe they're fantastic. If I had to pick one side or the other, though, if someone held the gun to my head and said, Zach, you got to decide. Do you believe in Aaron Rodgers or do you not? I do not. I would say, I'm sorry. Please don't shoot me. And then I would say, I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers. He's caused drama with the Packers. What Aaron Rodgers did was create tension in their locker room. And that's not what a good leader does. A good leader does not divide the locker room and lead people away from the coach. A good leader says, I can't buy it. I don't know. And as I'm talking, I guess I'm realizing maybe that Aaron Rodgers, if Mike McCarthy really was as bad as the article says, then maybe Aaron Rodgers is doing the right thing by saying, hey, this is not the direction we need to go. I'm the leader of this team. We got to go in another way. But the way he did it did not sound good. And his immaturity really, I guess we've seen his body language for years. The way he jeers at people, he stares down wide receivers. And I'm sorry, I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's possible that the Packers have created, with the amount of money they've paid Aaron Rodgers, and with the things they have let him get away with, it's possible the Packers created an egotistical monster of Aaron Rodgers. And, the words like ego, selfish, immature, those are words you never, ever want to have uttered when you're a quarterback. Like, if you're saying Aaron Rodgers might be immature or might be really selfish or might have a huge ego, those are not, as a quarterback myself, those are not words you want to hear said about you. And I think it might be over. Like, I doubt Aaron Rodgers is willing to grow as a person. And if Aaron Rodgers is going to succeed with the new head coach, Matt LaFleur, and going to win games with the Packers and have a good end to his career, he's going to have to grow as a person and cannot act the way he acted with the former Packers head coach, Mike McCarthy. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's really great. It's going to be all good moving forward. I have a hard time buying that because I hear a guy that this article, it details a bunch of instances where you go, Aaron Rodgers is immature, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't treat people very well, and Aaron Rodgers undermined coaching when he didn't respect them. And you go, ooh, Aaron Rodgers, I don't think it's ever going to work. And unless he changes and grows as a person, I don't think it's going to work in Green Bay. I think his career might be already over. Like it might be it. Like it might be unsalvageable. And I hope I'm wrong, but we will see down the road. Again, if someone had a gun to my head, I would say I do not believe in Aaron Rodgers. I just want to say thank you so very much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my podcast, Strong Opinion Sports, and it is my favorite thing in the entire world. I love it. In fact, my dream is to someday do Strong Opinion Sports as my full-time job. If you believe in me, if you believe in that dream, please help me grow by telling your friends about the show. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter. Maybe you put a screenshot it, maybe you put it on Instagram. It does me a huge help if you can tell your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. Another way you can help me if you want, no pressure, I have a PayPal, paypal.me/Zach Schaumler. I also have a Patreon account, patreon.com/Zach Schaumler. It does me a huge help if you want to. Really, if you have no money to give, no problem, please. The number one thing, if you want to help Strong Opinion Sports, the number one thing you can do is help me grow by telling your friends about this podcast.